Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 182 of Why Did I Buy This? Okay, I started this series a long time ago. It's been 4 years now as a way to help my crafters find unique ways to use things that they've purchased and Stampin' Up products that are in their collections. And it's also a great series for those of you who are wondering what you need to add to make the most out of your supplies. And it's great for new crafters too. This is fun to see what you can do with crafting. My name is Lindsay Mann. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I have been a demonstrator 21 years. I love to craft and I love to share ideas with you. It has been a busy crafting week, my friend. Whew. We did a Christmas in July class on Tuesday night. That was super fun. Thank you to all of those who attended. It was great to get to craft with you. And then last night I did a class for the city of Edmonton at the Mutt Art Conservatory. We did a watercolor class, and so that was really fun. It was a sold out class. And then coming up on Saturday next weekend, so July 27th from 1 to 4 p.m., I am hosting my annual, well, it hasn't been annual. I actually didn't do it last year, but it is my semi-annual, meaning every other year, I guess. I am hosting my craft supply garage sale. So these are retired Stampin' Up products that are gently used or new. There's a lot of new products in there. And so you can come to the sale, check things out. There is a incentive to purchase my old supplies. With every $50 that you purchase, you're also going to receive a $25 gift card for new products. And we have our Christmas catalog coming out soon. So you're gonna wanna be able to have some perks to shop with. As you're tuning in, please say hi. Of course, if you're watching the replay, you can say hi as well. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know how you're doing. What are you working on in your craft room? I'm still so in love with his painting of Remy. He's had a bit of a rough week, not because of his surgery. His surgery recovery has been going really well, but Monday morning he woke up and he had an ear infection. Well, his ear was red, and I went, ooh, I've never had a dog with an ear infection before, but it's pretty obvious. And so I phoned my vet and I said, hey, I think he's got an ear infection. And they said, well, he should be okay. And I said, can I send you a picture? And they wrote back and said, bring him in tomorrow. Sure enough, he has an ear infection in both ears. So sometimes dogs can just get stressed from surgery. And so that's what's happened for him. But he's doing really well. The antibiotics are working, and he's very annoyed with me that I won't let him go for walks and wrestle with London. He's like, I feel fine. Yeah, no, we've got about another 5 days before he'll be back to his normal self. I'm not seeing any comments, which is always a little disconcerting. So maybe if you could just go ahead and say hi in the comments. I just am curious if my comments are going through. Sometimes there's glitchy things that happen with lives. So the other thing to pay attention to in July, we still have another 10 days or so, 11 days. We have, oh, Kim, yay. Hello, hi. I can see your comments. Thank you for writing in there. We have another 11 days with the bonus days promotion. So for the month of July, when you place a $60 order in Canada, you will receive a $6 coupon back, and that will be so that you can shop in August. So lots and lots of perks associated with that. We have some beautiful online exclusives. In fact, a lot of the Christmas things that I did at my class this weekend or on Tuesday was all online exclusive. So lots of Christmas stuff if you're somebody who likes to start Christmas cards early. I'm a big fan of that because the fall gets so busy. Once the kids are back in school and you're out of summer holidays, and it gets a little hard to get things done. So if you have time now, you're going to the lake, you're camping, you're having some time at home, you're trying to get away from the heat, now is a good time to get your Christmas cards done. So all you have to do is write in them in the fall. Who else does that? Are you guys into that too? Hello, Gail. Good to see you. Hi, Virginia. So yeah, I highly recommend taking a look at our online exclusives. There's actually a section on my online store. Look at my fingers, you guys. Whew. You can tell today's going to be fun. This is a sign of a good time. If you go to my online store, there's an online exclusive section, and so it'll show you all of the things that are listed there. Okay, so what have I told you? I've told you about my garage sale coming up, my craft supply garage sale. I've told you about my bonus days. What else is going on? I have a class coming up in August. I have one at the Mutt Art called Encircled in Nature, a beautiful class, all nature themed cards. And then I have another one coming up. I should definitely have this. It's the In Color Bingo, and it's August 27th, which is a Tuesday night from 6 to 9 p.m. So we're gonna play some fun bingo games. We're gonna do some projects within colors. There's gonna be prizes. It's gonna be really fun. So if you're local and you wanna participate, make sure you register for that. Okay, I think that's it. We're gonna go ahead and flip your hands around so you can see what we're gonna do today. Awkward transition. We're gonna stick you into the stand like so. Ooh, and I noticed on the online customer side of the store that my thing just flipped, there we go, that the glass mat is now available. I don't know if there was an announcement made about that, but I'm pretty excited for you all that you finally get to purchase that. Okay, today's product is sort of hidden in the back of our annual catalog, and I know this isn't going to film well as a flat white piece of paper, but let me tell you what it is. This is the wood textured 12 by 12 specialty designer series paper. Now, let's see if I can get the lighting to show you. Can you see the texture? Give me a thumbs up or a yes in the comments if you can see that. Oh, good. I see some thumbs up. That's good. Okay, so this paper comes in 2 sheets of 12 by 12 paper, and it's already has the texture built into it. In Canada, it's $7. Really inexpensive, and if you don't have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine where you can do your own sort of textured embossing, this is a great way to have some paper that just has this beautiful wood grain built into it. So I wanted to show you a few ways that you can do that. I'm just going to do that so it's not reflecting in your eyeballs. Hi, Maggie from Pincher Creek. I've been to Pincher Creek. I love that place. I used to live in Lethbridge. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of basic beige. Okay, this is another brand new neutral. It came out with our annual catalog, and I love it so much. I have been stamping with it like crazy, and I'm not usually like a vanilla person, but I love the basic beige. It's just creamy and warm, and it looks so good with Pebbled Path, which is another one of my favorite colors. Speaking of which, let me pull in my color palette for this card. So we have Pebbled Path, we have Lost Lagoon, and Moody Mauve? Mauve? How do you say it? I think it's mauve, I think. So Pebbled Path and Moody Mauve are 2 of our in colors. And this whole collection of in colors, this was from last year, that's carried forward. I love these colors. Like it is, I'm going to be sad when they leave. Let me just say that. Okay. Sorry about the reflection. Oh, I can't do anything. I have to do this. Okay. The Pebbled Path, we're going to bring in some stamps from the Changing Leaves, which is one of our online exclusives. So these are one of the new ones that came out. You can see it has the stamp set, it has dies, and it also has a coordinating embossing folder. So this is one of our hybrid folders. So the die, you can see this big die here, coordinates with the embossing folder, so you can emboss and cut at the same time. So I've actually just embossed one so you can see, and then this would cut it out at the same time. Like you can see that these ones fit in like that. But it's such a pretty embossing folder. So I am going to bring in, with my Pebbled Path, these lovely leaves right here, and we're going to stamp that over here on the side. And then, see, look at it, it's stamped so pretty. And then I'm going to do Lost Lagoon on the bottom. So I just need to ink up the top of my leaves here. I don't need the whole leaf. So we're going to go here. And then we're going to do Moody Mauve, and this is going to go up here like that. So here's how we're going to bring in our wood texture. I've used the circle die from the Changing Leaves die set. So it's a stitched circle, but it stitches the inside, not the outside. And so I've used that to cut out 3 circles here. And this paper is the same size as my background. So here you can see it gives a little spotlight for our leaves. And I just sort of, what I did when I made my original card was I stamped the leaves first, and then I lined this up and I kind of went, okay, this one is here, so I'm going to set that here. And then this one is here, so I'm going to set, you know, that kind of thing. Now I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Dimensionals, and we're going to give a nice little lift on this card so that we can have that spotlight exaggerated. So in the 4 corners, and then I usually like to put them close to the circles as well, just so that we don't have them accidentally, when you mail a card, you know, it doesn't get stuck down. So peel off the backings of these bad boys, and then we're gonna layer that on. So here we can go just like that. So pretty, right? Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is I brought in a couple of the dies from the Changing Leaves die set. And here is something that I've been having a lot of fun with recently. And in my Why Did I Buy This Maker Club, we send curated boxes each month of products for you to try out. We do personalized VIP videos in a special group. They're Zoom, so you can stamp live with us, or you can watch the replay afterwards. And one of the things that we sent out last month was this adhesive sheets. And if you haven't played with those before, I'm about to change your world. So these things are really nice because they can just pull out the little bits and pieces so much easier. So you can see, and then it makes it into a sticker. So when you have these really, really fine, thin dies, now you've got the ability to stick them down without having to fuss with glue. Because I really struggle when glue gets all over my hands. Ink I have no problem with, obviously, inky thumbs, but I really struggle with the glue being on my hand. So this is really, really helpful. So I'm going to take a pokey tool here and just press this out of the die. This one's the Lost Lagoon layer. And same thing, I've just added a little bit here. This one I probably did from the same sheet I did my MasterCard from. Not that credit card, but the like the one that I'm going to show you at the end. So this one we can stick right here, like that. So there we're getting our decor in. So I'm just going to skip ahead because you guys are getting the point of this card. But I will show you the finished project right here. So these dies are all from the Changing Leaves die set, and a little note to brighten your day that comes from the stamp set. You can see I added the little sprig there, and some of the pearl trio that coordinates with the mauve. Very pretty. My dog is gonna bark at me because she wants to go sit outside. She's obsessed with the sun, which is fine, except for it's like over 30 degrees and it's not safe for dogs to be outside. So, but she can hear me talking, and so she's going to be rude. So just ignore her. Okay, now I'm going to bring in Pebbled Path. We're going to try a different technique with our wood texture paper. And I'm just going to use that. Oh, look at, we can kind of disguise. Done. So I'm just going to press that into my glass mat. Another reason why I love these mats. Here you can see I've got strips of my paper, and we're going to press it into our ink. And then we get that look to it. Just so beautiful. You can kind of press it as much as you want to see the ink show through, but it really helps to highlight the texture on the paper. Just like so. Okay. Like that. Lovely. So now I'm going to just trim it a little bit, and I'm going to cut into the center, and I'm going to, from each edge, cut towards where that that slit was made. And so that will help to make a flag that's more or less even. We want it like that. Like that. And then we'll do one a little bit longer. Like that. It kind of looks like birch, I think, which is fun. So now I'm going to bring in my cardstock base. So this is Cajun Craze. And we'll just layer on our little flagged ends like that. And let me show you the finished one. I'm just going to wipe this off so I don't accidentally get my card into ink. So here is what it looks like. So again, this is the circle that's from that same, I actually just reused the ones that I cut out for the spotlight card. And I added in some of the in color glimmer paper, and then the thank you is from the Autumn Leaves stamp set. Thanks, Janice. I appreciate that. All right, we're gonna move on to the PYP card. So this is inspired by one of the cards that we made at my Christmas card class this weekend, or I keep saying weekend, it was a Tuesday. I don't know why I'm saying weekend. We're gonna start with Shaded Spruce, and I'm bringing in another one of our online exclusives, and that is the Frosted Forest. Such a beautiful stamp set, and it includes the dies that coordinate. It cuts out both the stamped images as well as you can create scene builder trees. And it's got some nice greetings in it. It's not specifically a Christmas set, but evergreens are always going to be Christmassy. But the other thing that's included in the bundle purchase, you can purchase this separately as well, are the masks. So there's two sets of masks. There is the masks for the evergreens, and then there are deciduous masks as well. And I haven't really dove into those yet. I have been kind of Christmas focused recently. So let me start with the Shaded Spruce, and we're going to stamp our tree. So I'll just stick that right in the middle. Beautiful. I'm going to put a touch of adhesive on the back, just a smidge, and that's going to hold it in place. And then we're going to bring in our garden green. So I'm going to do a little, there. Oh, I'm so sneaky, I know. Now we're going to bring in the things. Oh, I'm not sneaky because look at this is going to set into the. So I've labeled these 1, 2, and then the third one I'll show you what we're going to do with that. But I'm just going to. I'm going to move this down. Sorry. Okay, so if I'm doing this right here, I'll bring in a little bit of washi tape, and that's just going to help it to keep from moving around while I'm using my blending brushes. Stamping first is really, really helpful. I need my garden green back. Okay. So I'm going to use my garden green blending brush, and I'm going to pick some up, and we want it to be subtle. Like the first layer, we're going to put really, really soft. This mask has had a lot of use already in my classes. They're pretty hardy. They're easy to wash. You can just run them under the sink, which is helpful, or you can use a baby wipe. But you'll see how this is lifting a little bit. That's from, hi Joan from Washington State. That's just from like catching the mask, but it's fine. I know how to work around that. So you can see there's my first layer, which is so beautiful. Now I'm going to bring in layer number 2. So we're going to layer that on like so. So there's a little notch here in the left-hand corner. So that's how I know I've got it going in the right direction. It also helps that the little tree is on the right on this one, so it helps. Some of our flower masks, they're a little harder to line up than the tree ones. So that notch becomes helpful. And you can even take a dry erase marker and write on your glass mat so that you can know where that notch is, and then it makes it a little easier. Okay. So next we're going to bring in some more of that. And I like to use my mask to kind of take off some of the strongest of the ink. But now we can go a lot heavier with our ink because this two-step mask is going to really make it look like a real tree, which is kind of amazing. I mean, look at that. That is so beautiful. Okay, step 3, here is where the magic happens, my friends. This is truly a PYP. So you'll notice it says snow. We're going to layer this on top, and I will grab my washi and we'll stick that down. Oh, Joan, you're gonna love this bundle. Okay, now I'm bringing in our white embossing paste. I have a whole video on this, so you can go back into the archives and look. If you go in the video section of my Facebook page here, you'll be able to see it. And on YouTube, I have transferred most of them over. So you'll notice that this looks like icing. Do not eat it. But you can just go ahead and pick up like a teaspoon is all you need. I like to save my foil wrapper that seals it. I feel like it helps to keep it going. These will not last forever. Even if you have the lid on tight, eventually if you don't use it, it's gonna dry out. This stuff dries really, really quickly. So when you're working with it, you wanna make sure that your tools are not left with embossing paste on it. So I'm just going to ice the tree. I always feel like it looks like icing. So, and then we'll scrape off any of the excess. And then you can either scoop it back into your container or just trash it. And then I'm just gonna grab one more baby wipe here, one that's clean. And we wanna make sure that none of the embossing paste is left on our tools because it'll make it bumpy. I tell the story of when I first got this embossing paste, you know, when we started, look at the snow. I accidentally touched the palette knife to one of my water bottles, and my water bottle forever had embossing paste dried on it because it just is that strong. So you want to make sure that your mask is cleaned off as well. And after this video, I'll go rinse it off under water as well. So here you can see is the snow. And now I'm going to take it just one notch up. So this is old-fashioned dazzling diamonds. We really don't carry glitter right now. So this is still in my collection from back in the day. But when you put the glitter on it, then the snow glitters and it'll dry in the embossing paste. You don't have to add any adhesive for it to stick into the embossing paste, which is pretty cool. Fun, right? All right, now I have another fun thing to add to our Christmas tree. So here I'm using the metallic enamel effects, and I am going to use the bronze, or copper I should say. And the thing that I love about these enamel effects is they are self-leveling. So when you pull it up, you just want to make sure that the little tail doesn't pull to the side. If you just pull it straight up, then the little dot is going to level into a perfect little circle. Just like that. So pretty. And then it dries with that texture where it looks round, which I think is just so, so beautiful. So it makes it really easy to add Christmas decor to your trees, and you don't have to use 1,000 embellishments to do that. Am I blowing your mind right now? If I am, make sure you tell me, because I'm motivated by that sort of thing. So here you can see is this beautiful tree with its ornaments on it now. Now on the tree that I'm going to show you on my finished project, between the embossing paste and the blending, I cut it out with the die because now I've got texture and things. I wouldn't want to flatten it, but just so you know, like that's how I did it. Okay, so let's bring in the wood texture. So this is a 3x4 piece of paper, and I am going to bring in some very beautiful ink colors. I've got Flirty Flamingo, Pretty in Pink, and Lemon Lolly. I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any dazzling diamonds left over here because, you know, glitter is like herpes, gets into everything. So we're going to start with Lemon Lolly. And then I'm going to do Pretty in Pink and Flirty Flamingo. So I'll start with the lightest color first, which is our Lemon Lolly, and I'm actually just going to drag it right from the glass mat, and we're going to blend it onto our wood textured paper. So we're creating a sunset with our blending brushes. So now I'm going to bring in a mini one, and we're going to move it to Pretty in Pink. So just kind of dab some of it off, and we'll keep building from where we left off with the Lemon Lolly. Just like that. And then we've got our Flirty Flamingo, and we'll bring that in the top. And I'm just using the same blending brush. They're pretty close in color. Like that. And then I personally like to blend the pinks over the yellow. I feel like it just gives more of that illusion of the sunset. So now you can see the texture in the paper a little better too. See, just like that. Gorgeous. Okay. So now that you've seen the tricky parts, let me skip to the end and I will show you my PYP. Just make sure I get the ink out of the way so I don't mess it up. And here you go. So really simple, another online exclusive with the Merry Christmas. You can see that these are dry now with the copper Christmas ornaments, and just pulling in the pecan pie background. I feel like the copper coordinates so beautifully with that. So yeah, that is how you can build snow into your Christmas card. So here we've got our PYP. We have the pressing the paper into your ink, and we have our little spotlight effect. So if you're thinking to yourself, Lindsay, why don't I have these products? Head to my online store. You can shop away. And again, July is a great time to shop because you're going to receive a $6 coupon with every $6 that you order. Plus, of course, I send little nifty gifties in the mail for you once you reach a $35 order. And a $100 order also receives some embellishments, which is a nice little gift for you. So make your pal happy, place an order. It's one of the reasons I can do these episodes for free is because of orders from you. So thank you for that. Have an amazing weekend, my friends. And I hope you get some crafting in. Bye for now.